What's up, ladies and gents? Noli here. Welcome to another Payday 2 Crime Wave edition. This is the first of the many videos I'm going to be recording in advance for while I'm away. So, all these videos are going to be freeform commentaries, non-scripted. I'm basically going to think of a sort of topic at the start of the video. I'm going to talk about it to my heart's content. This first one, I've decided we are going to talk about E3 because it's very fresh in my mind. And I got a lot of things I'd love to discuss. And I've not been able to as of yet. Now, as far as the format is concerned, like I said, very simple commentary in the background. You know, you can sit back, listen and enjoy the commentary while doing something else. But what I've tried to do is provide you with pretty high quality Crime Wave Edition gameplay. So if you're still sat on the fence as far as that is concerned, or you just like to see how it's controlling, how I'm playing it, please do take a look at the gameplay. There's going to be some pretty high intensity heists you're seeing. Definitely going to be showing you some rats, some solo hotstone breakouts, some solo bomb heists, a lot of solo overkill stuff, and I'm hoping before I go away to record a bit of Death Wish. So I don't know what heist you're seeing today. It may just be a couple of days worth of a heist, but the overall heists are going to be uploaded, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get out as much content as possible, and there may be a couple of live commentaries thrown in there as well. So that's the format. I hope you guys enjoy. Instead of just leaving you with nothing on the channel for a while, especially when I've got time now to make the videos, I've decided to make these in advance. So do excuse if they're slightly lower quality from what you're used to. Certainly not going to have the big setup and script, but it is just going to be me talking to you guys. So as I said, today's topic is going to be E3. Now, I hope many of you paid attention to a lot of the big releases at E3. There are certainly a bunch of things that I am excited for. I'm going to pick out some of the things that I'm most interested in and discuss some of the events. Obviously, I wasn't at E3. I just sat in my my back room when I should have been working on exams, sat there watching the conferences. And discussing it with a few friends, so it was quite an enjoyable experience overall. I enjoyed the conference. Some of the some particular days were better than others. I feel some were presented better than others. I generally really enjoy the Ubisoft setup, and Nintendo always has a brilliant showing from a media standpoint, but I don't feel like Nintendo necessarily had the best standpoint from best showing, I should say, from the games they were announcing and looking to release. And I'll talk about that just briefly, because I do love Nintendo. I do own a Wii U, and a 3DS, a brand new 3DS in fact, and I was quite disappointed with what I saw. But probably the standout game for me was Fallout 4. I'm sure many people are going to say this, but I'm a huge Fallout fan. I have over 1,000 hours in Payday 2, and I probably have over 100 in the Crime Wave Edition already, and that still pales in comparison with the amount of Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 I have played. Huge fan of the series, so just immensely excited for this. And it may be one of my first proper full-on playthroughs, just a casual Let's Play series running in the background. I know the market will be saturated with them, but I'd love to share my experiences with you guys when it comes out this November. I think it was so well presented. Bethesda's conference just blew me out of the water. I stayed up till ridiculous o'clock in the morning. It was about half four where I am in England when they were showing off Fallout, Doom and Dishonored. But those three titles I am very excited for, most notably Fallout and Dishonored 2. I love the RPGs, and I enjoyed Dishonored 1 an awful lot, so I can't wait to see what Bethesda comes up with for that. Now, I'm slightly disappointed Fallout 4 is not created by Obsidian. The screenplay and the writing of Obsidian is so fantastic, but I'm seldom let down by a Bethesda game, so still just immensely excited about that. Now, I'm going to turn topic and I'm going to talk just briefly, because I'd like to make a full-on video about Overkill's The Walking Dead. So just briefly about The Walking Dead and about Golden Grim. Now, they were all shown off at E3. I've yet to properly see any gameplay of Golden Grim, sadly. I'd love to talk over some of that. But what I have seen is some pretty thorough showing of The Walking Dead. Now, I still don't entirely understand what Overkill's The Walking Dead game is going to be all about. Originally, I was told to expect some sort of cooperative RPG type game, not too dissimilar, you know, relying on some of the elements of Payday 2, and for that I was really excited. And then Starbreeze announces its StarVR, this new virtual reality system, virtual reality being a huge talking point right now. And so I was certainly interested in that. You know, a virtual reality zombie game, perfect. If this virtual reality is what it claims to be, if it's affordable, if it's better than, you know, it's got some features that it's pretending are going to be much better than what Oculus and Morpheus bring out. In that it's got this, I believe it's 220 degrees of peripheral vision, which allows you, you know, to turn your neck around. You get surprised by something, you can turn around, face that, instead of, you know, having to work around the controller. It's going to definitely bring out a more immersive experience. But from what I have seen of the Walking Dead's Overkill they were showing off, because it's actually been getting a lot of press coverage, mainly because I imagine a lot of the teams like Fox News who are covering E3, they may not know the main series. You know, they might not go and show off the Tom Clancy games that Ubisoft's bringing. They might not show FIFA, Star Wars. Because The Walking Dead is such a popular thing, they immediately gravitated towards Overkill's sort of media presentation, that being the zombies and, you know, the on-rails shotgun experience they were bringing. So it got loads of press coverage, and I've seen pretty thorough gameplay. And what we're seeing is sort of, as far as I'm aware, it's a narrative of a scientist, or sorry, a surgeon who's working at a hospital, lost a limb, and is now in a wheelchair, and is therefore being pushed around in an on-rails experience, with some interesting character dynamics going on between the two people who are accompanying you. And a lot of the gameplay elements were phenomenal, right? Considering it's on rails, I really thought they looked great. Their booths at E3 looked so busy. They had so many cool giveaways and offers there. I would love to have been there. The actors as well from the web series and the voice actors, Damien Portier. Who else was there? Eric Etabari. I know the actor for Houston was there. So they had a great deal of events going on during the day, and it would have been amazing to see. But then there was Golden Grim, which I've only seen very, very small snapshots of gameplay, and it looked like people were enjoying that. I'd love something to be uploaded that I could see and really break down before I go away, but I'm not going to be able to break down any of the web pages before it's released. I know for a fact the release date is supposed to be the 25th, and I'm sure we're going to see something on the 23rd, that Tuesday, but that is the day that I am leaving, so no coverage, sadly, of Golden Grin. But Overkill's showing at E3 looked cool, and it got a lot of coverage, but it wasn't necessarily what I was expecting. But back onto other things we saw at E3. Star Wars Battlefront. Now, I'm not an experienced Star Wars Battlefront player. I didn't play an awful lot of the first two, but certainly a lot of the things they were showing off look so cool. But I am slightly worried that a lot of the big fans of the series will be disappointed by its showing. I don't know what to expect. Generally, I enjoy Battlefield games, and if Battlefront is anything like that, it'll certainly be worth taking a look at. Let's just hope the experience matches up to what fans are expecting. What else to talk about? It has to be the Minecraft hologram thing we saw. Now, this blew me away, and I'm sure it did with many of you guys who watched it, but this was cool. The first thing I said was, what a waste of technology. Why Minecraft? You know, I loved Minecraft when it came out, but for me, Minecraft is it's not something I look to play anymore. I've played it to death, and it's not my world. And so they were showing this hologram system and his ability to move around this three-dimensional render of the world and be able to play the game on any sort of wall or surface. And I was like, oh my god. You know, this is amazing. Why are we not starting Yu-Gi-Oh? You know, like the original series, and you have holograms. But in all seriousness, that would be cool. But also, like, you know, have we thought about the medical applications of this technology? So phenomenal. If this sort of stuff can become affordable in my lifetime, I'll be amazed. Really cool stuff. But I think Microsoft and Sony had great showings. Sony was just absolutely vicious with its game after game after game, and I think Microsoft also had a pretty good conference. Nintendo just let the side down. They announced nothing particularly exciting. Star Fox looks cool. Mario Maker looks cool. I like the look of that. But then they and that's the new Mario and Luigi game. I'm not sure about the art style. Animal Crossing, which is a series that is one of my biggest guilty pleasures. Two cool enough new games, but they look like party games. They don't look like proper additions to the series. Nothing that was really tangible. Metroid as well. That is not what we wanted to see out of a new Metroid game. So Nintendo's showing at E3 was more of a comedy act for me. I do love Reggie. Reggie is amazing. What else to talk about? I've covered bits of EA's. Bits of Ubisoft. Square, people loved Squares. You love JRPGs, they got really good showing. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy 15. Exciting stuff if you're interested. It seemed like there was a lot of behind closed doors stuff going on. You guys watch Angry Joey was talking about some horror virtual reality stuff that's looking pretty next generation. And I'm excited. Street Fighter V. Street Fighter's never a fighting game series I've ever been able to really get into. But this one looks just phenomenal. The character design, the art style just blew me away. And so I think there was a really good showing overall. Another big title that we need to talk about, Monster Hunter X. I'm a huge fan, or Monster Hunter Cross as it's called. Huge fan of Monster Hunter as a series. There was no sort of further reveal at this E3, but it has been announced as a release in Japan. So those of you who enjoyed the most recent Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter 4 on the 3DS. Exciting things. Probably this title is going to be westernized given the success of Monster Hunter 4 to its Western audience, which normally they say it doesn't have much success. So, to conclude, I enjoyed E3. It's probably the first E3 that I've really paid very close attention to, mainly because I wanted to see what Overkill had up their sleeves. Last year they showed off Big Bang, remember? This year, Golden Grin and the Walking Dead experience. It was bigger, it was better. Overkill is moving in the right direction, certainly. Oh, and Crime Wave was there for those people who were able to check it out and see if the experience really does feel next gen, like I say it does. So, you know, I think overall Overkill can be very happy with their showing at E3. As I said, they did well on the media front, but what's also worth noting is while they were away, it felt like there was no progress being made on the Xbox updates, on the bringing of content we've been promised to Crime Wave Edition, which was a shame, but hopefully now that's all over, they're going to get their act together and we're going to see an update in the upcoming days. But again, guys, if you're looking for teams to play with, check me out on Twitter, follow me there, and be tweeting out whenever I'm playing Crime Wave Edition. And if anyone wants to tweet at me, again, you can check out the video yesterday where I talked about this, or the day before yesterday, whenever this goes up. And I've basically explained how the party heisting system is going to work. So if you want to tweet at me and ask me to tweet out to my followers and maybe get a party together full of my subscribers, that is absolutely an option for you guys if you're struggling with the Xbox matchmaking, which is currently in disarray. So that's it for the first in my holiday videos. There may be a vlog as well for you to stay tuned for in the upcoming weeks if you guys are interested in that sort of thing. Showing off what my holiday is like. Going away with a group of, there's a group of 10 of us, 9 of my friends. We're going around a number of foreign European countries. If anyone in these countries actually watches my videos, that would be cool to know. We're going to Italy, to Rome, to Venice for a day. We're going to Berlin, to Slovenia actually, which is interesting, to Prague and to Amsterdam. So really cool destinations that I'm really looking forward to. And we're going away on Tuesday, so in a couple of days for me as I make this commentary now. I'll already be away when this is uploaded. So that's a lot for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed E3, and I hope you're enjoying Crime Wave if you've picked it up. I'll see you all in the next one.